Hey, KhaDarel, how much do you enjoy being a bigger part of the passing game like you have the last couple of weeks?
Oh man, I really enjoy it actually, man. It's always good to contribute to the offense as much as I can, you know what I'm saying? So being able to come up big in certain situations means a lot to me.
And what's the explanation behind that little celebration? Is that a guitar you're strumming?
Yeah, it's a little guitar, little air guitar, man. I don't really have much behind it right now. It was just something I came up with playing around with my brothers at the crib. They was asking what I was gonna do if I got a catch in the first down, and that's the first thing I thought of, and I just stuck with it.
Thanks.
Thank you, Scott. Cameron Justice has our next question.
Hey, KhaDarel, going off of Scott's question, yeah, you've obviously been more involved in the offense. You've been a really key part of it. Is there sort of a natural connection between you and Baker, or is that something you guys have worked on, and how have you guys kind of developed that this season?
I would say just me being open and being in the right spot at the right time. Whenever the opportunity presents itself, I'll be ready, and if he comes my way, then I'll catch the ball. But hopefully that chemistry continues to build.
Thank you, Cameron. To Tony Grossi next.
Hey, KhaDarel, you were a captain for the Washington game, I believe. And you had a good game blocking because that was a big game for the running game. I'm wondering, how did players take that game captain thing? Is it a big deal? Some players have really been inspired by it, like Taki 2 weeks ago. Does it affect the way you go out there on Sunday at all?
Yeah, because you're going out there for the team, you're representing the team. So I think you take that as a big way going out, because now that you're the face of the team for that moment. So you got to lead by example in every way, and you got to show the team that the reason why they chose you, and that's going out and playing hard and giving your best at all times.
So when Stefanski reveals who the game captain is on Friday, I guess he said, is it a big deal? I mean, is it something everyone's in the locker room waiting to hear? All right, who's going to go out there? Who's going to be chosen?
Yeah, I think a lot of players are wondering, because we never know who it's going to be until Friday morning, and we all huddle up, and I think everybody wonders and is anxious to know. And once he does a good job of like describing why this guy is captain this week, or why he chose this guy, and I think it's a big deal, because it's big for the people who getting chosen, and it's a way to show respect of and acknowledge the work he's put in.
Thanks.
Thank you, Tony. Jeff Shadell, we'll go to you.
Could you talk about the pride you take as a blocker and what you do to help Kareem and Nick Chubb have the season they are?
Say that again, please.
Talk about what you, as a blocker, the pride that you must take in the season that Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are having.
Oh man, I don't mind that at all, man. I know both of those guys are great backs. I mean, they can break out at any time. So I mean, we as a team take pride in blocking, not just me. Our leader, Juice, he takes pride in blocking. So I mean, why wouldn't I? Like I said, both of those guys are great backs. So man, they could be stuffed in the backfield, seem like it. Next thing you know, they're breaking for 60. So you got to be ready at all times for both of them. So I love doing it.
Thank you, Jeff. Mary Kay Cabot, you have our next question.
Yeah, KhaDarel, you look out there and you see, you'll see Jarvis make these amazing contested catches, and it's like, whoa. And then I look out there and I see you do the same thing. I mean, you've made a lot of those this year. You're making some incredible catches. So my question is, have you always been like that, where you were able to do that, or playing with a guy or guys like Jarvis and Odell, has it made you that much better and able to do that?
I would say both. I've always been able to catch the ball in a pretty good way. I'm not gonna give those guys all like my success for catching the ball because, I mean, that's why I'm here. But, of course, just being around those guys and seeing the kind of catches they make day in and day out, it continues to rub off. You start to ask questions like, man, how you do this and how you do that? And it just builds confidence. You know, once you start being around the person long enough, it starts to rub off on you. And it's either you got to step your game up to match his or you're going to get left behind. So being around those guys, it pushes you to be great.
And you must have been pretty happy for Jarvis yesterday then for the game that he had, huh?
Oh, yeah, man. The birthday boy going crazy like he did, man. It was no better feeling. He went crazy for sure. He did. He deserved it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Kay. Nate Ulrich, you're up.
Hey, KhaDarel, not a lot of guys on the roster have been to a Super Bowl. So I wanted to ask you, with that, experience that you had going deep into the playoffs, what do you think about this Browns team right now as you guys are trying to make that push and get in the tournament? And just what would Sunday's game do for your confidence that you guys are kind of ready to take that next step if you can beat a team like the Titans?
I think it'll help us out a lot. Confidence is major. Once we get rolling, then we'll get rolling. I don't look at the Titans as like a super team, and they can get beat like anybody else. So, I mean, we go into this game expecting to win, and we're expecting to do our thing. So, I see this team as going into deep in the playoffs as far as we can go. I mean, no one can stop us but us. That's how we look at it, and that's how we're going to keep looking at it. And as long as we play our game, we can beat anybody.
What are some reasons that give you the feeling that you have that this could be something special?
First of all, we have great coaches. Some of the best coaches I've been around, man. They know how to adapt in any situation, whether it's personnel or game plan. They always adapt and make things right. And of course, we have great players throughout the roster. We're deep at every position, and we're coachable. At the same time, we'll do what it takes for the team to win. And we have a lot of unselfish guys and guys that just want to win and know their role and want to do their part.
Thank you, Nate. Scott Petrick will go to you.
Hey, KhaDarel, obviously the last time you guys played the Titans was the opener a year ago, and it was an ugly game, and it kind of set a bad tone for that season. I mean, can you even express how different this team is this year compared to the one last year?
Oh, man, not even close, man. Like, I think that game was like an opener, so everybody was trying to get a feel for it, but now we have the guys rolling right now. We're getting to play for each other. We're coming together as a team. We're noticing like little things that we need to fix, and we're all hard on ourselves for messing up or doing something wrong or trying to get better. And we want to get better. We want to be the best. So we're a whole different team than we were then, and we're going to show it.
And when this season started, did you think you guys had the capability of being a team that's 8-3 heading into December?
I actually thought we'd be better, honestly. Like I said, we have great coaches and great players, man. It's nothing we can't do over here.
Thanks.
Thank you, Scott. We have time for two more. Marla Ridenour and Tom Withers. Marla, go ahead.
Yeah, KhaDarel, yesterday, Jarvis was saying, he feels like your best football is ahead. And then you mentioned how Coach Stefanski says, you could have won by 20 or whatever. Do you see, do you think you're close to putting it all together?
Yes, we're very close to putting it all together in one game. We have yet to play our best game, like he said. Like all phases play their best game, whether that's defense, offense, and special teams. That one game, all let's put it together. We have yet to do that, and we're still playing. We're still playing pretty good. So until we do that, in which I think we are going in the right direction right now, then we have the best is yet to come.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marla. Final one goes to Tom Withers.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks, KhaDarel. After you made that catch yesterday on the sidelines, people were hitting me up on Twitter saying, man, this guy Hodge has just been a revelation this year. How much personal pride do you take in going from, a productive special teamer and such last year to now, a very valuable player on this offense?
I take a lot, man. I spent most of the offseason saying that I wanted to be a bigger part of this offense, and that's what I wanted, and that's what I was gonna do. And for it to be happening right now, it's a blessing. Getting put in the situations I've been and coming through, it's just a blessing. So I'm grateful for it for sure. And like I said, that's what I've been working for this whole offseason, is just becoming a bigger part of the offense, any way I could do it, whether that's blocking or catching the ball or being a leader in some type of way. I just wanted to be more involved in this offense, and I'm glad it's going that way.
Hey, and along those lines, I know you guys would rather have number 13 out there, but when you lost Odell as a group, was that kind of a motivator to some of you that, hey, man, we got to all step it up now?
Yeah, definitely, man. We know how much O means to this team and how big he was to this offense. And we knew it was next man up. He's a hard guy to replace for sure. He's one of the best in the league, but you know how this league works, man. It's next man up, and we had to fill some shoes, and we haven't slowed down any, man. We miss our guy, but we know what we're playing for.